Hello everyone, so welcome to my channel From Scrubs to Thailand. Today's video is going to be about 3 reasons why I left my hospital career to move to Thailand. Let's go. Reason number 1 is burnout. Plain and simple, burnout. Working in the hospital sector for over 20 years. Actually, let me back up. For those who don't know what I actually did, I was a cardiology technician. So I, along with maybe 3 or 4 other people, if someone was having a heart attack, they would call us in, we would call the team, and we would come in and we would assist cardiologists in stopping heart attacks and preventing further heart attacks. Working in the hospital system for over 20 years, especially in a high-stress environment like the cardiology department, it just started to take a toll on me. It started to wear me out. And I will be honest, I went from being excited, like jumping up in the morning, being early for work, just full force into it, waking up before my alarm went off, just excited about doing what I did. And it got to the point to where I was having to set an alarm to wake up. Then it got to the point to where I was having to put the alarm, like pretty much everybody uses their phone for an alarm. It got to the point to where I was having to put my phone far away from me to force myself to get up to turn the alarm off so that I can get up and get ready for work. Then it got to the point to where I was setting an alarm, then setting another alarm, then setting another alarm. Y'all, the struggle was real. So the long shifts, I mean, we would work 8-hour shifts or 10-hour shifts, but then after that we would be on call. So there would be multiple times, I lost count. I would work a 10-hour shift, and before I could get my foot in the door to get home, to either get something to eat or take a shower or just wind down for a little bit, the pager is going off. You know, back in the day when we had pagers, and then we went to being called in on our phones. I would get called back in. When we get called back in, you don't know how long you're going to be there. We could be there from 15 minutes. I mean, the procedure could get canceled, or we could be there for hours. My longest callback was when I was in Hawaii. Blessings to Maui. I had an awesome time in Maui. My longest callback time was 6 hours for one procedure. This is after doing a 12-hour day. We saved that guy's life. That was awesome. I will say the job that I did, the good part that came from it was saving somebody's life. The feeling of being a part of a team that saved someone from dying, that is just the highest. That is just the highest. Being a cardiology technician, it's a beautiful job. It is definitely a beautiful job. I don't regret doing it at all. But it just got to the point to where I was exhausted all the time. Like, I would get off work, I started skipping my workouts, getting home, wanting to just lay down, eat, and lay down and just try to relax. And I got worn out. I got burned out. Having to set an alarm and set another alarm and set yet another alarm and then put the fourth alarm somewhere across the room to where you have to get up to turn it off just to make sure that I would get up and be able to be to work on time. It was hard. It was hard. And I'm not here to sugarcoat. And those who know me, they know. I realized when I really started to get burned out. That's when I started not being to work on time. Not being to work on time. I had no energy. I had no energy. And it's not just the physical part of it. It was the mental part of it. The mental part of it. And I believe a lot of people can relate to, working in the medical field. It can be physically tiring, but at the same time, I think most of the stress is the mental stress actually. And it's like, what do you do? What do you do? And then after year in and year in and year in, it was, especially if you don't have a consistent outlet to offset the stress. It just builds and builds and builds. And what do you do? What do you do? It started to feel like I was living to work instead of working to live. And I did not like that feeling at all. The second reason I decided to leave my hospital career and move all the way to Thailand was for personal growth. I started exploring different careers that I could do that would still give me fulfillment, but at the same time did not have such a physical and mental demand on me. I met a couple people online and they were like, oh, cybersecurity, get into, tech, because that's but that is one of the highest paying jobs and you can do it from anywhere. You can work from home. There are multiple tier levels of the profession. And I was like, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. This is something that I can do. I love computers. I love tech. It comes easy to me. I love to learn, period. So I was like, let me dive into this. So I took a course. I think it was like a 3-month course. I took some time off from traveling to do this course. I completed the course. I completed 4 certifications, and I still felt like there was something missing. My third reason is adventure. I love an adventure. That is the main reason why I joined the military. That is the main reason why I chose to become a travel tech, because I could travel the country, meet different people, go to different places, and just make an adventure out of it. It was always something new. And being a travel cardiology technician, I got used to the newness to the point to where I would get asked, are you extending your contract? And I wouldn't extend because I had gotten used to that assignment. I had gotten used to that area. I had gotten used to so many things that I needed another spark of newness. There was a couple places that I did stay that I really loved, that I did extend my contract. But just because I didn't extend my contract doesn't mean that I did not love the place, because no matter where I went, my job was to help people, and I did that everywhere I went. So adventure. I had traveled to Japan, I had traveled to Mexico, and stayed, for a stint of time, but I hadn't really Other than when I was in the military, I did live in South Korea for a year. Other than that, I hadn't really lived abroad. And so after 2020, well, during 2020, I made a decision. I made a decision, and the decision was to seek another adventure. Just go all out and live abroad. And so being locked down during 2020 really allowed me to explore different places that I would not mind living. Of course, YouTube is the global resource for pretty much any information that you want to know. And that's what I fell into. I started watching videos of Japan and Thailand and even Mexico. I just started writing stuff down. And I remember watching a video and they were like, imagine wherever you want to go, whatever you want to do, imagine yourself in that job, or imagine yourself in that place, or imagine yourself doing what you want to do. And that's what I started doing. This reverts back to personal growth. I started meditating. I started looking inward for the motivation and the inspiration that I wanted to go where I wanted to go and to do what I wanted to do. I understood that external resources, or even just people, were not going to be able to give me that. I needed to have it come from within so that it would remain with me. And not to knock, those who seek motivation or inspiration externally, but when that source leaves, so does the motivation and the inspiration. And so I focused on making sure that my motivation came from within me. And that was a huge stepping stone. I did not want to be that person when I get older, having that woulda, coulda, shoulda list. Life is about living. Life is about living. Life is about living. As far as all of us know, we only get one shot at this. And so you have to live it to the fullest. No, I'm not saying just willy-nilly go out there and trash your life, trying to chase, a blank dream. But I am in Thailand. It didn't just happen. I had to match the frequency of where I wanted to be. I had to be the person who lives in Thailand. And that came with preparation, that came with knowledge, that came with resource, that came with just talking with myself and making sure that I would be okay with moving, away from family, moving to a country where I had no friends, no family, and being okay with that. In America, the dream that is fed to us is work your entire life, then retire, then do what you want to do, then live your life. And I didn't want to do that. I was in the military for almost 10 years. I was in healthcare for 20 plus years, and I made a decision. I was like, you know what? I have devoted my entire life to helping other people, and now I am going to help myself. I am going to have fun. Not saying that where I was and what I did was not fun, but it just hits different. It hits different when you do something major for yourself. When you do something major for yourself, it feels good. It feels good. And I didn't want to wait till retirement to live abroad. I didn't want to wait till retirement to, go certain places or eat certain foods or meet certain people. that were abroad. And so I made a decision. I made the decision, I prepared myself, I did my research, and here I am. When I bought my plane ticket, that's when it hit me like, okay. I'm gonna go to Thailand and just try it out for 30 days. I'm gonna go and try it out for 30 days and see how it is. If I like it, come back home, get my stuff together, and come back. That didn't happen. So I came to Thailand and I never left. I came to Thailand and I never left. And I wanted to prove to myself that life does not have to be a straight path. It does not have to be born, work to 65, enjoy maybe 10 years, and then die. I wanted to prove to myself that it does not have to be that way. It does not have to be that way. You can reinvent yourself at any time. At any given time, you can reinvent yourself. It just takes focus. It takes focus, dedication, patience, and just you gotta make the decision. You have to make the decision, and that's what I did. Moving to Thailand has allowed me to experience new culture, experience new delicious nutrient-filled foods. It has allowed me to experience a slower pace in life. It has allowed me to not have to endure so much stress. I made a decision that this is where I wanted to be, and I made it happen. So those are my 3 biggest reasons: burnout, personal growth, and adventure. Leaving my hospital career wasn't easy because I love taking care of patients, and I still do. It is something that I needed to do. Thank you for watching. And if you want to see more of my journey here in Thailand, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below and let me know if there's a place that you are thinking about moving to, or even just visiting, taking a vacation to that you've never been before, to just see how it's like. Just drop a comment below and let me know.